Hey, what is up, YouTube? Andrew Rooney here, full-time drummer and drum teacher based right here in Auckland, New Zealand. We are back with a PayPal request for Meinl Cymbals. Hey Andrew, I'd like to request another Sput Searight video. This one is a bit different from the others. I won't say more because I don't want to ruin the surprise. Look, we're going to get straight to it. Robert Sput Searight, in my humble opinion, one of the greatest drummers on the planet right now. Okay, this is another Meinl Cymbals video. It's called Fever. Let's check it out. This is always such a treat to watch Sput. Huge space here. Wondering what the subdivision was here. Miracle. He just broke a stick there.
That's what I said.
No.
Hey everybody, I'm Robert Sput Searight, and these are the cymbals you just heard me play.
All right, so short
From
video,
left
we'll
to
keep
right,
going.
Here we go. Over here, the Generation X 12, 14 Extreme Stack, 18-inch pure alloy, medium crash. At the bottom and on top of it is a 12-inch classic custom trash splash. And on top of that, we have the Byzant's vintage trash
This is
splash,
really important
10-inch.
for Sput.
And here we
because
have
his
the
sound.
20-inch Byzant's vintage crash. Here we
Gear is more important with a drummer like Sput than a lot of other drummers, in my opinion, because he has such a specific texture and the way he plays requires certain sounds, certain like short stack sounds and dry articulation on the ride and that kind of thing, but we'll just keep it going.
have the Generation X 8-inch, 10-inch electro stack. Here we have the 10-inch extra dry splash.
Lots of effects
and the
cymbals,
hats are
right?
Byzant 16-inch extra dry hats. Here we have the 20-inch vintage trash crash.
That sounds insane.
And here we have the 22-inch sand crash ride. Here we have the Byzant's 20-inch extra dry thin crash.
Extra dry.
Underneath we have the Byzant's 18-inch jazz extra thin crash. On top we have a 12-inch classic customs splash. And last but not least, we have the Byzant's vintage pure crash, 18-inch.
Oh my God. Okay, if we just go back to the beginning. This part at the beginning where it's really sparse, this is probably the first place to start with Sput, because you'll instantly see and hear where he's kind of living in the subdivision. I mean, it's all relative to the melody and the groove on the track, of course, but you'll start to see where he likes to feel notes, and it's often edgy and not right in the pocket of where we would traditionally feel time. Check it out, and I'll try and explain a little bit better as we go. Here. Try and write this out. Now try and follow how the hi-hat placement. Is it quarter notes? Is it eighth notes? Is there sixteenths in there? Or is he just basing it all off a different subdivision? Okay, so just to try and explain what I'm talking about here a little bit more, the hi-hats there. Now, I don't have a transcription. I don't know exactly what he's playing here, but it's not on our typical traditional grid. Okay, so when you first start learning to play the drums, you would probably typically learn a quarter note beat, where you go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your hi-hats. This is your snare backbeats. You're going 1, 2, 3, 4. You progress through that after a couple of weeks or a couple of months, or however long it takes as long as it takes, right? And then you traditionally move up to like eighth notes. This is the smooth eighth note hi-hat feel that we know and love. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and instead of doing 4 hi-hats per bar, we're doing 8. Okay, and then we could go up to triplets. You'd typically go up to 16th notes after that, but let's fill in triplets because it's going to be before 16ths in terms of note density. So then we're going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we're doing 12 hi-hats in the bar now, evenly spaced. 4 evenly spaced hi-hat hits, quarter notes. 8 evenly spaced hi-hat hits, eighth notes, and then the eighth note triplet, we've got 12 evenly spaced hits. Then you go up to 16th notes, 2 and 3E and 4E, and you're playing a faster grouping on that right hand. I'll throw it out there. A lot of good musicians watch my channel. What is the subdivision here? It's definitely not even quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not smooth eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's not filling in all the 16ths. 1, 2, 3E and 4E and I think you will find he's living in either triplet partial world or quintuplets. That's where we evenly space 5 notes over a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, da, 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 da. And then from there, picking out notes to accent and highlight, and picking out notes to avoid and not play, which creates a very, very unusual feel. And I mean, this was sort of brought to the mainstream, I guess, by players like Sput, Chris Daddy Dave, and on and on. We could talk about all those guys that really brought that amazing modern sort of hip-hop-y, jazzy style feel to music. Questlove even, back on the old D'Angelo stuff. And then you can get into whole debates of whether this is getting mathematically worked out, like theoretically, or is it a feel thing? And again, I'll leave that for the comments. It depends on the drummer. Oh my God. I mean, in terms of playing, as I think I said at the start of the video, somewhere along the lines of, I think he's one of the best drummers we've got at the moment. He is so unique. Obviously, that's just a personal opinion. I could listen to Sput play drums all day. It is miraculous. His level, his range of improv and fire and dynamics, and you think he's reached like a peak, and like that's it, that's the peak of the song, that's as far as we're going to go with the drumming. He's got a whole other gear and he just takes you off, and it is a thing of beauty. And as I probably always mention on my videos, you look at the range of work he has done playing for Toto. Now Toto is, I guess you could say, poppy, but with proggy elements, and a legacy iconic band, one of my favorite bands. And those guys are not mucking around. You got Sput playing for Toto. You've got him playing keys and MDing the Zildjian live sessions and just playing outrageous things. And then you see him stretching out on the drums like this. It's just baffling. How does anybody ever reach this level of playing? I don't really know. Look, you got to be in the environment. You've got to be pushing yourself. You've got to be obsessed and constantly thinking of music. Yeah, that's all I can say on it. Meinl Cymbals, thank you so much for this amazing pick. Always great to get back to Sput because, doesn't get any better. Guys, I hope you dug this video. If you have a reaction request that you definitely want to guarantee gets on this channel like Meinl Cymbals did on this one, the only way I can guarantee a request at this point is via the PayPal link, and that's just to say a big thank you to the people who are supporting my channel. I do also have a Patreon that's just $5 a month. Through that, you get access to the blocked videos. Other ways to support the channel, and it's free. You can hit that subscribe button, like button, leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on this video. And remember, you as a subscriber of my channel, you get access to a full and free 30-day trial over at DRUMEO. Go learn from the world's best drummers for free for 30 days on me. All right, guys, I'm going to go burn my drum kit. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Ciao.